Do you want me to order a pizza?
Whatever, I don't care.
I already ordered a pizza.
You think about everything.
There's a predator on the streets of Gotham City. A predator who's dropping criminals like flies. And the Batman is set up to take the fall. When the lines between good and evil begin to blur, Gotham turns against him.
Batman, this is the police. You are under arrest. Freeze!
This Friday, The Dark Knight stands alone. Cartoon Network presents Mask of the Phantasm. Friday, December 1st at 5. Only Toonami.
Welcome back to Owls Only, an Adult Swim podcast. And Alex, do you think women like to cheat like us guys like to do?
I completely forgot that he fucking said that. Which was very funny. Explain what we're doing.
So we're doing the most deranged. We did the most deranged double feature in the entire world because I noticed a couple weeks ago that because I'm always scrolling through the Fandango app looking for weird movies, and I noticed that theaters were playing, Alamo Drafthouse was playing Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
Which I had never seen.
Yeah, and then the day after, they were playing, not Alamo, but another theater was playing Tommy Wiseau's The Room for, its 20th anniversary in theaters.
Which Bryce has never seen.
Yes, because...
So we were like, we'll just watch both of them.
And these are both Adult Swim movies. Batman Mask of the Phantasm aired for the first time on September 17th, 2022. So it aired for the first time on Adult Swim pretty recently, but it's been on Cartoon Network and Toonami a bunch of times. But they had it as because they have Batman nights on Toonami where they'll just show these animated Batman movies. So this is one of them they aired last year in September. Yeah, and then The Room is probably one of the most iconic Adult Swim movies that aired on April Fools in 2009, 2010, and 2011.
That's funny. It is 3 years in a row.
Every year they would change it slightly. One year had bumps with Space Ghost interviewing Tommy Wiseau.
That's cool.
And at the end they had a short called Earth Ghost where it's Space Ghost. It's a day in the life of George Lowe. There's two versions of it. One is just a day in the life of George Lowe, who's Space Ghost voice actor.
Right.
And then the other one is Earth Ghost, where it's that same short, but they digitally superimpose a really shitty Space Ghost 3D model over all of the footage of George. So they aired those after one of the Room airings. One of them, I think they aired a Tim and Eric episode with Tommy Wiseau guest starring on it.
Tommy Wiseau's a mystery man, right?
Yeah, he's like a freak.
No one knows shit about him.
No one knows anything about him. He just kind of appeared in America with a seemingly endless amount of money and just made this movie. I mean, I haven't...
People don't even know where he's born, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched or read The Disaster Artist. I'm probably going to, but...
I'll watch it with you.
Yeah, that's kind of the biggest thing I know about it. But I want to talk about Batman first, because if we talk about The Room, we're never going to get to Batman. So what did you think of Mask of the Phantasm?
I thought it was good. I've never seen a Batman movie before, an animated Batman movie before.
I'm
not a big DC, so I never had much of a relationship with DC as a kid.
They're not this good normally.
Gotcha. Okay.
I
did like it. It was good.
So this is widely accepted among people who are hardcore Batman fans is the best Batman movie in general.
Okay.
I would agree with that mostly because I think the Michael Keaton and the other ones from that series, they're good. They're good movies, but we saw Batman Returns that one time and we love that.
Yeah.
We're big Batman Returns heads here.
Oh, yeah.
We're big Penguin heads at this podcast.
That one was fun. I didn't think that was gonna be good because I saw it once when I was 8.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go watch a shitty Batman movie. And then I was like, oh, this is actually really fucking good.
Yeah, we're big fucking Penguin heads here at Owls Only.
It was fun.
But and obviously the Dark Knight trilogy is held up as oh, this is the greatest Batman thing ever. I think it's great, but I don't think it gets I think they're great movies. I don't think they get why Batman is interesting and why Batman is fun.
I've still only seen one of those movies.
Really?
Yeah, I've still only seen the one with Bane.
That's the worst one, which is funny.
I've heard that.
They're good movies. I like them a lot, but I do think all of Gotham in those movies, they look like a fucking I mean, Batman Begins is a good Gotham, but like The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, Gotham looks like a fucking like 2008 car commercial.
Yeah, I remember that from the Dark Knight Rises.
And I'm gonna give a very controversial take that no one is gonna agree with, but I don't really like Heath Ledger's Joker that much. Like,
I've never seen his movie, so.
he's the definitive Joker to people, and he is amazing, of course. Like, it's a great performance. He's great in that movie, but I think it's become so fucking memeified, and also it's. I don't even want to fucking talk about.
Well, no, I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah, I love Heath Ledger's Joker, but I don't think he's the best Joker, and I think this movie is the way it deals with the Joker, the way it deals with like.
It's good because he's there in the periphery until the last act.
Yeah, like he's one of because the movie is about the movie's basically about Batman and his girlfriend Andrea. I forgot what her last name is.
Beaumont.
Fuck yeah, Andrea Beaumont. Batman and his girlfriend Andrea Beaumont. A lot of it is flashbacks showing them when they were like younger and Batman was in college and he was like still training to be Batman.
Right. Was he college age?
Yeah.
That was supposed to be? The
animated series never gave us an origin episode, so this is like the closest they did to like an origin episode.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Because the animated series just starts off and you're like right in the thick of
fuck
it.
You, Batman.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. They don't need to do an origin because you fucking get it. And I think I love it's really like if you separate it like from like the flashbacks are about like this is the last possible chance that Bruce has to get off this fucking ride to like this is the last stop before this is the last chance he can have with this woman Andrea to get off the ride before he goes full Batman.
Right.
And so Andrea Beaumont's father is like involved with these fucking crime lords and like Gotham and stuff, and they're gonna kill him. So him and Andrea run away to Europe after Bruce proposed to her, and she says yes, but then she gives the ring back and is like, I can't marry you because I have to go to Europe and hide. Yeah, and so
I was in the bathroom. Did she explain that, or was she just like can't get married?
She said that like she lied. She said it was too soon and they're too young or whatever, and.
Gotcha.
But so there's this amazing scene that is like it's Batman in the Batcave, like, and Alfred's with him, and he puts on like the Batman cowl for the first time, and Alfred like gasps.
Yeah.
And like that's really cool because obviously it's the first time he's Batman, but also more importantly, like to Alfred, this is it. Like he's never going to have a normal life ever again. Like the second that Andrea left, it's over. Like he is now Batman.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that that's how that was supposed to be read.
It's so
just
good
because I don't know much about Batman. But
so this movie was intended. It was actually made as a direct-to-video movie, and then they were like, actually make it in 16:9 and put it in theaters, and so that they did. And I think that. Because this is ostensibly a kids movie, like it's an animated Batman movie, but I think this is a kids movie that is more mature storytelling than like most Batman movies or like most cape shit movies in general.
I didn't really feel like a kids movie.
Like it's not. I mean, in fucking Batman, there's multiple references to like sex in this movie. Like characters have sex in this movie. They just don't show it, obviously. Right. Unlike the second movie we saw, because they show it in that one 5 times. They show it. They show it a lot. Fucking oh my god.
No, you can't stay on Batman.
I'm just imagining just like a scene of like her and Bruce having sex with that awful fucking pop music.
And like it just plays for the length of the song.
Yeah, like oh my fucking god.
It was bad, but it was good.
Yeah, but no. So Batman, yes, Batman. So, like, the Joker is also in part of this because the Joker was one of, like, the crime lord's henchmen and stuff.
Yeah.
And so one of the old guys who's like the last one who hasn't been killed yet, he goes to the Joker and is like, we need you to help us kill the Batman.
Salvatore Valestra.
Yeah, and then the Joker just gets real fucking mad at him because I think something I didn't notice that I noticed this time was that the Joker gets mad when the guy implies to him, he's like, Joker, you're not, clean either, but he's not talking about like his Joker activities. He's talking about his past life as like a criminal henchman.
Right.
And Joker, that's what sets Joker off because he does not like people knowing that he used to be a person. He does not like people knowing that he used to be anything other than the Joker.
See, I don't know that.
So
shit,
like,
that's cool.
the insinuation that like, you know, he's going to bring up like his past as before he was the Joker. That's why Joker fucking kills him.
I thought it was because he fucking touched him.
I mean, also, yeah, but
No, that's cool though. That's why we're doing this, because I didn't know any of the fucking context behind it. I just thought it was a good movie.
Kevin Conroy's Batman is insane. It's amazing. Do you want to hear a really funny story about this? So
Yeah.
the voice director on this show and on this movie is a woman named Andrea Romano.
Okay.
And
Not Andrea Beaumont.
yeah, Andrea Romano. And obviously, when you're doing these kind of like shows with like fights and stuff, you have to have like sounds of getting hit. So
Right.
Kevin Conroy would be in the studio going like, and he would just to fuck with her, he'd be like, Andrea, and so he does
That's funny.
he does that exact line reading in this. Like while he's like getting, well, he's not
Nice.
fighting her. He does it just to. It's like an in joke between like the staff of.
That's really fucking funny. How'd you know that?
I heard it on another podcast.
That's still cool. It's still cool.
So yes, like Kevin Conroy, fucking iconic.
It's funny as
He
fuck.
is the most iconic Batman. Like he's the most iconic Batman voice. Everyone loves him. I think he's Batman in the Arkham games, if I'm not wrong, if I'm
that's
correct.
cool. That's cool.
He's Batman in the animated series. He's Batman in like when he shows up in the other because
He's passed away, right?
Yes, he died. He's the first gay Batman, which is awesome. He's also in the Venture Brothers.
The only gay Batman, right?
Yeah, he's now. He's also in
For now.
He's also in the Venture Brothers because they got him to play Captain Sunshine, who's kind of like their Batman, Superman, like XB. So they got him, and he fucking gives it his all in that show. It's so good.
That's cool. That's really cool, actually.
Yes. So Kevin Conroy is in the Venture Brothers as he does basically playing Batman. So like he's just fucking amazing. Kevin Conroy's so good in this movie. Like he's so good at balancing like the Bruce Wayne and the Batman. Like I like how like his Batman voice isn't just like the Christian Bale, fucking Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Just
doesn't matter.
like yeah, just like the where is it? Where's the trigger? Just like the fucking just I fought a guy like this once whose name was the Joker. Like that fucking like that stupid fucking voice.
Okay, dude.
I'm sorry. I love Christian Bale. I love Christian Bale. I love the Batman movies. But his voice only gets stupider. Like his Batman voice only gets stupider.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember from the last movie.
Yeah, 'cause that's
not
like-
a single fucking person had a good voice in that movie.
That's when it's at peak stupid, as in that last movie. But oh fuck, I fucking love this show. But yeah, this show is part of the DCAU. Do you know what that is?
No.
So it's the DC animated universe.
Oh, okay. I could have probably figured that out.
And this was the MCU before the MCU, because this is like late 90s, early 2000s. You have Batman the Animated Series, which kind of like starts from that trend of like the Ghostbusters cartoon or things like that, where it's like if you had a popular movie in the 80s, you get a cartoon based off it. So this is like
Right.
this comes directly out of the popularity of the Batman cartoon, but then it changes Batman lore forever, obviously, with like
cool.
the introduction of Harley Quinn and stuff like that. And
Oh
so
yeah, because you told me that was the first time she was ever on.
yeah, she's not in this movie. I don't think there's any room for her in this movie, because another thing about this movie
I
is
was surprised they brought the Joker in.
another thing about this movie is that it is perfectly paced.
Yeah,
Like
I would agree.
if this were a Christopher Nolan movie, there'd be like 80 minutes in the middle where Batman's investigating some other thing,
Yeah.
or like they'd like Gordon would have like an 80-minute subplot or something like that. But no, it is just Batman, Joker, Andrea, and like Alfred, and then like the other criminals and stuff. Like
It's kind of true. It's just those four characters.
it's so well done. It's like it's one of the best, because it's one of the best adaptations of like a cartoon to film that I've ever seen. It's so short too. It's only an hour and 15 minutes long. They get you in and out, but it still
Yeah, it was
feels
good. I liked
huge.
Yeah. It just the thing that I liked about it. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it was. It was something Alfred said at the very end. When he was like, "Vengeance is a poison."
Oh yeah,
something.
He was telling him that like Andrea fell off into the pit of vengeance like long ago,
Yeah.
and he tells Bruce that he still walks that line every night, and he
Yeah.
prays he doesn't fall into it.
Yeah. That was good. I liked that.
Because that is what this movie is about.
Exactly.
It is
That's
about.
what I was gonna say. That summarizes the movie.
Because Bruce and Andrea meet when Andrea is talking to her parents' grave. So
Yeah, and people think throughout the entire movie that Andrea is Batman and stuff. Like throughout the entire movie, they're like Batman, and then
yeah. I
right.
have to ask you, who did you think the Phantasm was?
I thought it was the dad until probably about halfway through the movie, and then I was like, it's Andrea.
Okay, yeah, because they set it up as the dad, but I think it's such a brilliant fucking twist
Oh,
to
it was
have it
good.
be
I
Andrea.
thought it was the dad, and then
Yeah.
and then I realized I was like, no, it's not going to be the dad.
Yeah. So they when you meet Andrea, she's talking to her mom's grave, and I wonder if her mom was killed in like mob stuff. I don't know if they ever talk about how her mom
Yeah,
died.
I was going to ask, is she like a character that matters, or is she just for this movie?
Andrea, she's only in this movie.
Like not even in the comics or anything?
I don't know. I know there's a sequel comic to this. I don't know. I don't.
It doesn't matter. I was just wondering if she had like a broader character.
It's been like 6 years since I've watched Batman the Animated Series, so I don't think she's in the show. But
that's cool.
it is the show. The movie is very much about like Bruce and Andrea and like how both of their relationships to like their trauma shapes their relationship and their future. Because like
It's like good ending and bad ending.
yeah, but also Bruce really does not have the good ending either.
No,
Because the good ending would be both of them, except like just not giving a fuck and just using all their money to fucking live happily ever after.
It's a movie about decisions.
Yeah, like it's not about because it's although on. I guess if you want to go the vigilante route, it is good ending versus bad ending.
Right.
Because Andrea is like a fucking crazy murderer.
Exactly.
She's the Phantasm. And then Batman is just Batman. Like
That's what I meant.
He doesn't kill people. He tries to save people's lives. Although he gets pushed to his fucking limit with the Joker in this movie.
Yeah.
Where he's because like the Joker fucking like blows up the entire park at the end, and like he's flying away, and Batman tries to pull him down, and he's like, "What are you doing? I'm your only chance to get out of here." And Batman's just like, "I don't fucking care," and like wants to because he's just so fucking done with the Joker.
Yeah.
And God, there were.
You did not undersell Mark Hamill Joker.
He's so good.
He's good. He's good.
I remember we were like 16, and I was like, "No, the best Joker is Mark Hamill." You're like, "Where was he the Joker?" And I was like, "Oh, the animated stuff." He's like, "Oh, that doesn't." You were like, "Oh, that doesn't matter." But no,
I did.
Fucking
true story.
he fucking rocks.
Yeah, he was good.
He's so good. He's the best Joker. I just fucking love him. I love Mark Hamill.
Go on.
Go ahead.
Mine's not related to what you're gonna say.
Okay, I love Mark Hamill Joker so much. He's so awesome.
No, he was really good. I was gonna say, Batman always feels like Scooby-Doo. Like animated Batman.
Yes.
Always feels like Scooby-Doo.
Positive.
I don't know why.
Slash pause. Slash positive.
Okay, dude. It took me a second. You guys, there's no camera, but I just cut him like the most hard side I've ever cut anybody because it took me a second to figure out what the fuck you were trying to say.
That's what I really like about Matt Reeves' Batman movie, like the one with Robert Pattinson, is because
does it feel like Scooby-Doo?
yes,
Huh.
There's like a scene where like there's like a fucking like you pull like a light down and opens up like a secret bookcase and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
It's that movie. That movie is like if the Nolan movies remembered that they're Batman movies.
It's something I didn't realize as a kid.
Yes,
But it's so obvious now that like they feel like the exact same type of thing, and they pretty much are.
Batman is Scooby Doo, and that's
Right,
and
exactly.
That's
But
when
I
it's
didn't
good.
realize that as a kid.
Yeah, and that's when it's good. Mark Hamill Joker is also he's the only Joker. I mean, Heath Ledger Joker does do funny shit, but like he's the funniest Joker that we've had on film.
Yeah, he's just charming.
He's
a good actor.
He does funny shit all the time. He can like switch to like terrifying on a dime. He's just so.
I did not fuck with the smiles, bro.
Oh, that's a
I
thing.
hated that shit.
They
Yeah,
do it all
you
the
told
time.
Me, you told me, they mentioned it at the start, actually.
Yeah, they do it. They had a little pre-show at Alamo showing like clips and stuff. They do it all the time in the show where they can't
Can't fucking kill someone.
they can't kill people because it's like Fox Kids. So instead they have Joker do like the smile thing to them, which is so much worse. They do it all the time. It's so sick. And also that scene where like the guy, the fucking little like douchebag, little fucking cuck who's like always like
Yeah, Spencer.
yeah, the little fucking cuck who's always like getting in the way, and then Joker gives him like the fucking Joker toxin.
Dude, that's another thing. I thought for a split second, I thought he was the Phantasm, and then at the very
I could see that.
at the very start of the movie, and then I was like, no, this guy's too much of an asshole.
Yeah, I could see that.
But that was nuts. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, when he
kept laughing.
the performance in that scene is amazing
good.
too.
It was
It's
good.
so fucking good. I think one of my favorite scenes in any Batman movie is at the very end when like all the shit's blowing up around them and the music is going unbelievably hard as fuck, and then Joker is just like fucking cackling his ass off because he realizes he's about to fucking die, and it's so good. It's gonna be like this movie is still easy to talk about, but there's gonna be a lot more for to say about The Room because like so much of this movie just boils down to it fucking rocks.
Yeah, I was gonna say this movie. It's a good movie, but it's not like it's a Batman movie. It's good.
Yeah,
it's a good Batman movie.
I think it's probably I do think after rewatching it, it's my favorite Batman movie. I don't think any of the Batman movies care about Bruce Wayne the way this movie cares about Bruce Wayne. It's also something I want to talk about is both with this movie and The Room is I want to talk about like the Flash movie that came out.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Do you know what's insane? You know, I just realized like not only have I not seen most of like the Dark Knight trilogy, I think this literally makes like Batman movie number 3 that I've seen. Period.
What are the other two? Oh, Batman Returns and Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises. Unless you count like Batman versus Superman and stuff as a Batman movie.
No.
I've only seen those 3. I'm just realizing it. That's crazy.
So the Flash brings back like fucking Michael Keaton and they have
I have not seen the Flash, but I know Bryce did.
And they have Ben Affleck as Batman in the beginning, like the first fight scene, and they so no, here's what they do. It's Ben Affleck. And Ben Affleck, they start off like the normal DC universe. Ben Affleck is Batman, and then if you care about Flash spoilers, I don't care. I don't care if you care. Fuck off,
guys. For the fucking Flash. The
Flash goes back in time and tries to prevent his mom from dying, and it changes the timeline. And when he goes back to like what he thinks is the normal time, he ends up he gets like kicked out of the time stream by like a reveal later, and he ends up in 2013 where he meets like his younger self. He has to give his younger self. Also, Ezra Miller plays it like the surfer fish from SpongeBob.
Yeah, you told me that.
Where like his younger self is always like, fucking unbelievable decision. And so, but whatever.
The director said, find a way to differentiate them.
So whatever. All this shit happens, but like because they changed the timeline, now Batman is Michael Keaton, and
are they just rolling with that now? No, because he's been Batman before. What the fuck? Who's Batman now?
That's what I'm about to talk about. So while they were making this movie, they were making the infamously canned Batgirl movie. You know about that, right?
I know that for a brief period it existed as a concept.
The Batgirl movie was totally filmed.
Oh my god.
It was finished, and they shelved it. They cut it for tax purposes. That's why it's such a huge deal.
That's nuts.
And the Batgirl movie is about Mike.
Cut it for tax purposes?
Yes.
For like lost revenue?
Yeah, they wrote it off for tax purposes. So the Michael Keaton Batman.
Damn.
So the Batgirl movie is about like Batgirl, and her mentor is Michael Keaton Batman. Mm-hmm. And so the original concept for this ending that was screened a few months ago or whatever is that the Flash comes back to the present after changing one thing, but not like the huge thing, just to get his dad out of jail. And Michael Keaton Batman and the Supergirl, because they introduced Supergirl in this movie also, and she's great. She's the best part of this movie. I hope they keep her in the DCU going forward, because who fucking cares?
Well, because we're gone, right?
Huh?
It's gone now.
Yeah, she's fucking awesome. But like her and Michael Keaton Batman both die at the end. But then they
actually.
Yeah,
okay.
They changed the timeline,
okay.
and so. And this is like the ending right up to like the moment of release. Like there's trailers and like there's commercials airing with like you can see like a different version of the ending scene with Supergirl there at the end, where like the Flash comes back to like the present, and you're supposed to be like, oh, now Michael Keaton Batman and Supergirl are here, but Ben Affleck isn't, and like so whatever. But then instead of this is gonna blow your fucking mind of how stupid it is.
They're like Days of Future Passing this shit, but badly.
This is gonna blow your fucking mind.
All right.
So instead of that, they cut that. Keaton Batman and the Supergirl don't appear, and instead they have fucking George Clooney Batman from Batman and Robin.
Just cuz.
Just cuz.
All right.
He is not signed on to any future movies. They're not going to do anything with him because they're obviously rebooting the DCU.
When you told me that DC movies make exactly as much money as Marvel movies, I almost shat my pants.
I mean, not exactly, but like, around the.
To me, as a consumer, I don't watch them. because they're bad.
That's why the Flash flopped. Because
Yeah, I
people
don't
were like,
watch them
why did the
because they're
Flash
bad."
flop? Because the general audience does not like this fucking universe.
Because it's bad.
That's why the Flash flopped.
I'm much closer to the general audience than you, I think, and
Yes.
I don't watch them.
Yes, that's because the Flash fucking it flopped because the general audience does not like these characters.
We literally tried to watch the Snyder Cut and
we fell
couldn't
asleep.
do it.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it.
I might try to give that another shake just because I hear people saying it's actually good. I don't think it is.
There's no way it's good. You know that, right?
Yeah, there's no way it's good. But fuck it, I hate Zack Snyder so much. But
God.
anyways, so they told us for forever that the Flash was going to reboot the DCEU
And then they didn't.
into the DCU, right? It's gonna restart. It's gonna end up like
Why wasn't it DCU from the start? That's
don't
how
know.
I knew this was going to be bullshit.
I don't know.
Because it was not DCU.
so now James Gunn is like, okay, so we're being told this is gonna reboot into like the new James Gunn run universe, and it just doesn't.
Well, probably for the best.
I mean, yeah,
Just
probably
cut it all off and start over.
probably from the best, but it's just so funny that it was marketed as that for so long, and it kind of just didn't. Like, it kind of just doesn't. Like, it doesn't, because like they're not gonna fucking bring George Clooney Batman back. They already have. I hate DC.
So does that make 4 Batmans for this iteration?
Right. So
Just for this DCEU iteration?
only 3. Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, and then a split-second cameo from George Clooney.
Oh, Pattinson's not considered part of it?
Pattinson is its own thing.
Okay.
But here's the thing. They're going to introduce another Batman to be part of the DCU. They're not just using Pattinson. Why?
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
Why the fuck are you going to do that? Like, I mean,
Because it doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, I don't care. Like, I guess the reasoning is because, oh, we want to keep it to like its own trilogy, like The Dark Knight Rises. Like, whatever, just keep it to your own trilogy, and then don't fucking
Just don't do crossovers and make it canon.
Or like you can do crossovers, but like just don't make don't make it so you have to watch the crossovers to watch like the Batman trilogy or whatever.
Yeah.
Just fucking I fucking hate DC so much. So what's gonna happen is now we're in 2025/2026. We're gonna get like the Batman Part 2 with Robert Pattinson. We're gonna get Superman Legacy, written and directed by James Gunn, which is gonna be good.
Okay.
And then we're gonna.
You're excited for that. That's a good superhero movie, right?
Of course I am.
We've
Yeah.
never had one, right?
James. I mean, the 70s Superman movies are good.
Well, since the fucking 70s.
Yeah.
It's 50 years ago.
And then the fucking Superman movie's gonna be really good, and then there's gonna be another Batman movie called The Brave and the Bold. They just hired the guy who directed The Flash to direct that one. So, which is why comic book fans,
Oh my God.
comic book fans love Robert Pattinson as Batman so much that they're not gonna give a shit about this guy. He's gonna be like the weird off-brand version of Batman that you use for your DCU, especially for getting the fucking Flash director to do it. Fuck DC. They can't do anything right. Like even
At least Marvel's still going strong.
I don't know, because Namor and Kang are fucking facing.
What Namor do?
Namor fucking raped somebody apparently.
Namor.
Yeah.
I still have not seen that movie.
It's fucking amazing, which the Wakanda Forever rules. But Namor and Kang, Namor raped someone
Kang,
apparently,
like,
and
beat someone,
and
right?
Kang mercilessly beat the shit out of a woman. And so these are two like major characters for the future of Marvel, and they still haven't cast the Fantastic Four yet.
Kang's easier to deal with. Just be like, different guy.
That's true. I guess they could do the same with Namor, but whatever. They announced the Fantastic Four movie in like 2019, right?
Yeah.
And they have not cast it yet. Still.
Yeah, well, the pandemic.
Okay, no.
I know,
Because
I know.
Superman Legacy was announced in November, and yesterday they announced the casting for Superman and Lois Lane.
I mean, I'll be the stretchy guy. I'll do it.
Yeah, you can be Mr.
I'll
Fantastic.
go do it. I'll go be Mr. Fantastic.
You can go be Mr. Fantastic. Fucking. Oh my God. They're both shit shows right now.
Gotta move on.
They're both complete shit shows.
We gotta move on to The Room.
The important part of this is that just watch Mask of the
I
Phantasm.
just went on like a 15-minute rant about the DCEU.
It's because it sucks, and because this is so much like you don't have like this is
We don't have any other opportunity to talk about it. So
no
it's
this is a movie that exists within like an MCU type universe.
Yeah.
But you don't have to watch a bunch of bullshit to get it, and it's not. They don't fuck it up. It's just like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
it's-
you can sit down and watch this movie. But if you sit down and watch this movie and then go and watch like a bunch of episodes of Justice League or Batman Beyond or whatever, you understand that like how these things go on to affect Bruce Wayne. It's the perfect version of like the DCU already exists. It's this shit. It's the DC animated universe. This is the MCU for DC fans. Actually,
it's like I said at the start. It's good because it's just like fuck you, Batman.
Yeah,
it's just Batman. You know who Batman is.
Yeah,
watch your Batman movie.
This is the DC. This is like the MCU for DC stuff. Is this shit?
Well, because I remember the Marvel animated shows. I imagined it was the same concept.
Yeah, just like watch the Batman, watch the DCEU. They're fucking good. Watch Batman the animated series. Watch Superman the animated series. Watch Justice League. They're much better than any of the fucking schlock you're gonna get. Whatever. We're gonna talk about Tommy Wiseau's The Room.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to The Room now to decompress.
So this is my first time seeing The Room.
It's my second time seeing The Room.
Yes. I'm kind of a fake Adult Swim fan because this is a huge part of Adult Swim lore because it aired on April Fool's 3 times, and April Fool's 2012 starts off with the first 30 seconds of The Room, and then it cuts to Tom from Toonami in his ship after Toonami was off the air for
it became like the thing again, right?
Yeah, so that was like. I mean, I like Toonami. I don't have like the giant boner that everyone does, so it's not.
I just like Bleach.
It's not like I mean, I love Tom. I love Tom. I love Toonami and all that stuff. But like a lot of Adult Swim fans say, "Oh, this was the best prank, and nothing will ever beat this ever." I don't think that's true.
It's funny.
I think there's better pranks.
I think it's funny.
It's not. But they don't like it because it's funny. They like it because it's cool. They like it because Toonami came back.
Well, that's stupid.
No. I mean, they like it because Toonami came back.
That's stupid, but you know what I mean.
But like, so a lot of people will say like, this is the best prank. You can't ever say any other prank is better than this.
I think Pibby was the best prank.
Okay. Okay, dude. You have alerted the horde.
I know. I was about to say I just fucked us.
You just. There, the fucking the Pibby fans have like a fucking web crawler that crawls every single thing ever uploaded to the internet that utters the word Pibby, and you fucked us.
Engagement. You're welcome.
Yeah. It's over. This is the last episode of Owls Only. I'm fucking shutting it down. It's over.
Anyways, The Room. We're just gonna assume everybody's seen it.
Yeah, of course. Because like also
bad.
No, it's
camp.
It's amazing.
Camp
it's
is
not
exactly what you would use to describe it.
It's not so. There's so many movies that are like, oh, it's so bad, it's good, and not a single one of them come close to this because this was made.
I agree with that
because like fucking sci-fi likes to shit out Sharknado movies and be like, oh, you're welcome, like they're like, oh, it's so fucking like post irony, like, we're so cool, like right. We're making a bad movie on purpose. But like this movie is made. This is Tommy Wiseau's full heart and soul, and that's why it's amazing.
Do you know what outsider music is?
No.
Outsider music is like rock and roll McDonald's type.
Okay.
People the difference between outsider music and parody music is outsider musicians think that what they're making is good.
Yeah.
And think that what they're making is on par with everything else that exists.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the rock and roll McDonald's guy. That's what this movie is.
Yes. It is goofy as hell. I think it's one of the funniest. I think it's probably like the funniest theater experience we've ever had.
It's the most I've laughed at a theater.
Yeah,
actually,
I mean,
like probably ever.
Yeah, I think it's the most I've ever laughed in a theater. Like it was,
and the entire audience was like losing their shit.
Yeah, because obviously, if you're going to this, you know what it is.
Everyone that was there has seen it probably more times than I have.
This is also a fucking like. This is like the first half of this movie is borderline porn.
Yeah. So when I first watched this, I was not sober. So I remembered it being shorter than it was. I got up to use the bathroom at a part where I, honest to God, thought it was about to be the climax. And I come back and I sit down next to Bryce and go, "Hey, dude, it's been an hour."
Yeah.
I didn't want to get us off topic earlier, but when you were talking about pacing, I was gonna be like, you know what movie is not paced well? The Room.
I think that when they were aired this on Adult Swim, apparently they had like massive like black boxes obscuring all the sex.
Yeah, there was like boobs. Like it's fine. We're adults.
But
like I get why they didn't show
it
on
also
TV.
Like they go for the scenes go for so fucking long.
The entire length of the song. I really think they
there's just
fit
like
them to the song.
There's just 30 seconds of Tommy Wiseau just like thrusting into this woman.
Yeah,
it is insane,
and it was egregious too. So they did it 5 times. 2 of them was the second time they showed Tommy and what the fuck, Lisa. It was very clearly just leftover footage, or it honestly may have been the same footage.
Just reused footage.
It may have been the same footage from the start, or like B-roll from it, because
Yeah.
like there was roses and candles that they did not set up, and it was just really fucking funny.
But he just keeps on like tearing off the fucking rose petals and just tossing them on her. So I think this might be the most misogynistic movie ever made.
It's a good contender. Did you find out if this passed the Bechdel test?
Oh fuck, I did not.
Let me look it up. You talk.
So this is like Tommy Wiseau's hate letter against women.
Yeah.
Like,
It feels like it was written by a middle school boy.
yes, it feels like it was written by a middle school boy after his first breakup, and because it's just like. It's about Johnny, played by Tommy Wiseau, and he's just like this fucking perfect man. Like he has like a ward. He has like a little fucking.
He does have a ward.
He has like a little fucking sidekick that he like pays for his tuition and lets live in his apartment building, and is just like, you know, he's so nice to all his friends. He's just like the greatest person in the world. And then his girlfriend is just like a horrible, evil bitch with no redeeming qualities who cheats on him for the fun of it and just like other things like that. And it's not like, I mean, obviously it's The Room. Like, I'm not going to sit here and talk about, oh, it's not realistic.
The Room passes the Bechdel test.
I bet like one of the scenes with her and her mother
and her mom.
Yeah. Her mom is also like fairly misogynistic in the sense that she's just like the most annoying like old woman stereotype.
I forgot that her mom acted like that.
Uh-huh.
Like, I was just like, holy shit. The entire time I saw her on screen, she was just like, marry for money. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Or the scene where I think one of the best sequences in the movie is when Denny is involved with a drug dealer for no reason that never comes back.
I'm pretty sure his name is Danny, and Lisa just mispronounces it, and she says his name the most because everybody else calls him Danny.
Where I'm gonna call him Denny.
Well, no, that's just really funny.
Yeah. But like, so Denny buys an unknown drug. They never say what drug it is.
He literally later in the explanation switches it to, oh no, it was just money problems.
Yeah, so
like they don't even stick with it.
So Denny buys like Denny, who is Johnny's ward, like his little fucking boyfriend.
And all we know about him is that he's 18 and in college.
Yeah.
And Johnny pays for his apartment.
Well, I wanted to say a funny word like boy slave or like boy lover, but like I said boyfriend. I was like, wait, that's a real word. It just made me sound super homophobic. This little fucking boyfriend.
Denny's funny because in every single scene he's like, hey Lisa, can I kiss you? And then like she's like, no, and he's like, I was just kidding anyway.
And then he goes up to Johnny and is just like, it's like, Johnny, I think I'm in love with Lisa. Then Johnny's like, no, you're not.
No. What he said was, it's okay.
Yeah.
He said, that's fine.
It's fucking crazy. And fucking.
Are we both responding to the same text?
Yeah.
Sorry, our friend just texted us.
Fucking. So, we're gonna have to cut that out.
What?
Just the long space of me just saying,
No. Just keep going.
But yeah, so Denny gets fucking held at gunpoint by like this random drug dealer, and then Johnny and Mark come and like beat the shit out of him, and like, we're taking you to jail.
Yeah, he says, let's take him to the police.
Let's take him to the police.
The audio mixing, as someone who like makes music, the audio mixing is one of the funniest parts of this movie.
Yeah.
Because it'll be like a room. Something I noticed was at the end, they used like stock siren footage because at the very end, like after, spoiler alert, Johnny kills himself.
Yeah.
After Johnny kills himself, they have police sirens, but if you listen closely, which I was, there's like tire skirts at the end and then like radio chatter, and it's just like, you're not inside the house.
Yeah.
Like the audio in this movie is so fucking funny.
Audio mixing is just all off.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Fucking. It's just like it's just so funny. Like all the shit with Denny is just so funny. But so yeah, they take him to jail, and like the mom is just screaming at Denny, like she's just fucking ripping into him, like he's her fucking child, and he even goes like, "You're not my fucking mom."
The funniest thing about that scene is that they established 45 seconds previously that that was the first time they had ever.
Yeah, they're meeting for the first time,
and she like grabs him by his collar.
But I want to talk about this movie and how different it is for us versus I think a lot of people growing up. Because I saw, like, obviously what fucking joyless nerds on Twitter say doesn't matter. But, like, I saw someone say, like, oh, imagine finding The Room funny in 2023. First off, this movie's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But I do think that for a lot of older people, like older millennials and stuff, The Room has lost a bit of its mystery because of, like, the disaster artists and all that stuff.
Yeah, if you watch a movie fucking 60 times and you think
Yeah.
it's the funniest thing ever, you're not going to think it's funny anymore.
And I do think that it's sort of like a huge part of like it's a huge part of like underground comedy culture and stuff like that. But this is something that like I mean I've known about it forever, but this is like me discovering it for the first time. And so it's just like the funniest thing in the world.
I'll be straight up. I didn't know about this movie until I was like 16 and I saw the JonTron video about it.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is the case for a lot of Zoomers.
Yeah, I mean, I knew about it because of the Adult Swim connection, obviously, but I just never watched it until
I had
now.
no idea. Like, I thought I didn't realize it was 2003.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a little bit more recent than that.
Yeah, like as soon as you get into like this whole scene of like caring about like underground comedy and caring about like film and stuff, then you get in like you are initiated into The Room. Even just being on the internet, you're initiated into The Room after a while.
Yeah.
Like the you're tearing me apart, Lisa. And,
Right.
oh
like
hi, Mark.
Everybody knows that.
Like all those are like the most iconic quotes and everything like that.
Cheap should be one, but I
Cheap-
don't think it's
I-
as memed as the other one.
What does he say? Take your comments and keep them in your pocket.
Yes. Who says that?
I think it's Mark.
Mark says it to Peter.
Yeah. Fucking Mark is so funny in this. Like Mark is so funny in this.
Hey, welcome back to Owls Only.
Yeah, we had to pause for a second. But so yeah, it's just I do think that this movie has a very different connotation if you're a Zoomer versus if you're like an older millennial that's like dealt with this like forever.
I get why people that are older wouldn't find it funny if they've
Yeah.
seen it 100 times.
Yeah, but I truly didn't think this movie could live up to the hype, and it really, really
Yeah, that was
honestly
the first
did.
thing you said to me after.
Yeah, I bought it on Amazon before I even got up out of my fucking seat.
Yeah. He said, look, and I said, you gonna buy a DVD? And he was like, yeah. I was like, do they have a DVD of this?
Yeah.
You like lowered your eyes. You were like, yes.
Yeah, because I know one of the few things I remember about this movie is like the Toonami ad when like, because I've obviously seen footage of the Toonami like April Fool's joke, and it shows like a little ad. It was like buy The Room on DVD, and it shows like an Amazon link or whatever. So I've known this has a DVD forever, but like I do think that after seeing this, I don't think my Adult Swim DVD collection is complete without it. I think it's essential.
Oh yeah. It's also like it's not that it's like an awful movie. It's just not good.
Well,
It feels. I said this to Bryce. It feels like it feels like watching porn.
Yes.
But the entirety of it is the plot.
Yes. We could also talk about. Well, I think it's a good movie, but not for the reasons he intended it to be. I think it's an amazing movie. It is not, but like it's so entertaining. It's so watchable, but it's not for the reasons he wanted it to be.
And it's cool that someone can care so much about something and have no shot at being good at it and still produce something of value.
And I think also that this movie, in terms of, because obviously this is not something I say, it's something that's like basic knowledge, but like if movies should make you fucking feel things, and I do think like this is much more of a real movie than like the fucking Flash movie, you know? Because the Flash movie is like, despite it being mostly competent, the Flash movie is just like it's fucking corporate diarrhea. I'm
not even joking, I'd watch this over the Flash movie any day.
It's like, oh, look at these fucking cameos from this fucking bullshit. But like The Room genuinely brings people together in a way that like it's art. Like The Room is art.
Well, the only context in which you ever watch The Room is if one of your friends is like, hey, come over, I gotta show you this.
Yeah, exactly. Like you watch The Room with friends. You go to see it at screenings with people. Right. Like it is.
No one's pulling The Room up on Netflix. Like it's just, that's not how you watch it.
Yeah, it is meant for like group watching. So it does bring people together. But so yeah, it's just a great movie. It's fucking amazing. I love The Room. I do want to talk about this movie. This is also kind of a similar experience to when we watched Final Flesh.
Similar enough.
Your face fucking dropped.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about Final Flesh.
We can talk about Final Flesh. It's just, that movie was... That's probably That I think for the rest of my life, that will be the strangest thing I've ever seen.
I think so, yeah. Final Flesh, for those of you who don't know, is a movie made by PFFR, who did Xavier Renegade Angel. They did Wonder Chosen, Hershey Holler, all shows that we love here. And it was written by Vernon Chapman, who's like basically wrote like Xavier Renegade Angel scripts, essentially. Not like actually scripts, but like he wrote like the same kind of jokes that would be in those like kind of scripts.
Right.
And he sent them to a bunch of companies that specify in producing fetish porn based off the scripts you send them. And so they do that. And
yeah.
it is the funniest fucking thing you've ever seen.
Well, it's funny, but like I know there was a few points where we both almost had to be like, "Are we watching this?"
Yeah. One of my favorite lines from it is when we were having sex last night. He yelled out the entire Bible word for word.
That just feels like a moral oral joke.
That's definitely more of an Xavier joke, I think. Fucking, oh my god, it's so funny. But yeah, it just did remind me of Final Flesh a little bit. But Final Flesh is intentionally funny.
I get what you mean when you say it reminds you of Final Flesh. The reason I made that face when you said it is because I didn't agree at first, but I know what you mean now.
Yeah, like it's also the fact that both are just like borderline porn is also another reason why I say that.
Well, so the other thing is the strangest part about what's Final Flesh's rating?
I'm sure it's like X or like
right. That
yeah.
might honestly make it the only X movie I've ever seen. I've never seen or NC-17 I think is the actual rating for it.
Yeah,
but I don't think I've ever seen one besides that.
Me neither.
It's the difference between The Room and Final Flesh is porn.
Yes.
Like, keep that in mind if you are going to go look it up. It is porn. It's just porn. There's lots of actual sex that happens in it.
Yeah, but a lot of it is also just, like, fucking PFFR nonsense, like, joke humor.
Yeah. It's actually, it's kind of the opposite of The Room. It's instead of it all being plot, it's all porn.
Yeah, it's the opposite of The Room. But, they're great movie. I love The Room so much.
It was fun. I love that it gave us Tommy Wiseau.
Yes, it gave us Tommy Wiseau.
They showed us Twunderwear. You didn't mention Twunderwear.
Oh yeah, fucking Twunderwear, which is like his.
That's like a real thing.
Yeah, I obviously bought this DVD before we even left the theater.
Twunderwear.
No.
Okay.
But my friend texted me and said, "Dude, buy Twunderwear. You get the DVD of The Room for free if you do that."
So I'll do it. How much is it?
I don't know. Well, you're gonna buy fucking Twunderwear.
I'll buy Twunderwear because I think it would be really fucking funny to have underwear that says Tommy Wiseau on it.
I'm gonna look up.
It better not be like $60.
I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, but
Twunderwear.
I'm unemployed.
Oh my god. $19.99 for The Room DVD and Twunderwear.
Oh, I'll absolutely. I might do that the second I get hired. I'm not even joking.
Look at this. You can get Room DVD and one free Twunderwear.
This website. I don't know if you guys have ever been on this website. This is my first time on it. This looks like a fake website.
Yeah.
This looks like he's gonna like fucking rip your credit card.
Oh, you need to fucking rip your credit card and fund The Room too. The place.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
stupid.
And seeing the laugh on our, we use Audacity to record.
Joyous.
And seeing the laugh on it is fucking funny.
It's joyous. But yeah, so it was an amazing experience. I think that, because I never really had an opinion on The Room pranks, but now they've definitely bumped up my prank rankings, I think they're like perfect. They're perfect Adult Swim stuff, because this is written, it is like an Adult Swim thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like an Adult Swim thing, just like unintentionally, which makes it like fucking all the more funnier.
Right.
It doesn't
predate it, but it...
Yeah. One of the funniest things about the movie is when, like, Mark, like, I think throws Danny, or no, he throws Peter off the roof, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, man, you okay? You okay? Like,
are you sure you're okay?
Are you sure you're okay?" Like, seconds ago, threatening to like literally throw him off a fucking roof.
The reason why The Room's so funny is because there's no memory. There's no memory. None of the characters have any memory whatsoever.
Yeah, whatsoever.
Like, there's a point where Mark and Johnny are like arguing. They almost fight, and then in the next scene, Mark is dancing with Lisa at Johnny's house.
Yeah, like
the same party. There's just no memory.
Yeah, like everyone in the room is just like, everyone in the room has like the memory span of like a fucking squirrel.
Yeah.
Like, actually. Oh my god. But yeah, I do think it's one of the most like misogynistic movies ever made, because like the only redeeming female character is like the friend. Like, I don't know what her name is. Michelle. Normally I'm better with names than you. It's such a funny thing.
Yeah, it is weird, especially because I've seen this movie twice. That's funny.
But don't you better names on Batman too?
Yeah.
Michelle, she's like the only like redeeming female character in this movie. Like Lisa is like an incel stereotype of what a woman is.
Yeah, it feels like something I would have written when I was like 14.
Yeah,
I'm not
feels
even
like
joking.
it feels like a 14-year-old got cheated on.
Yes, no, that's it,
Like,
it's what it feels like.
If like a 14-year-old got cheated on and wrote a movie, and it also has like the most fucking dramatic ending ever, which is also perfectly in line with like teenager writing of like,
except Tommy Wiseau was like 50 when he wrote this.
of like I bet you guys would be sad if I killed myself. It's like the funniest fucking ending.
Dude, God, what was it? Fuck, just lost it. I just lost my thought.
But yeah, so it is really just like if it's like if a fucking really mad teenager like went upstairs after finding out his girlfriend cheated on him and like wrote a fucking movie and like this is the screenplay.
Yeah, like Lisa, I remembered. Lisa just kept being like, people were like, you have to think about how this impacts Johnny, and Lisa would just be like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, she's like, I don't care about him.
That's so fucking funny.
I only care about myself. I only care about having fun.
She like said it out loud. She was like, what's the point? If Mark can't make me happy, I'll find someone who will.
Yeah, like it's literally just like women are evil and will hurt you, the movie. Like, it's so fucking funny.
But the reason it's funny is because it wasn't written by a teenager. It was written by a 40-year-old.
Yeah, like, it's so...
Who thought that it was good.
It's so absurd how fucking funny this movie is.
Yeah.
Like, it really should not be as funny as it is, but it is, like, the funniest thing you've ever seen.
You think you'd find it funny if you didn't know you were supposed to?
Yeah. For sure. I think that makes it funnier if I didn't know it was supposed to be funny.
Well, because, like, when we first sat down in the, like, theater... like I turned over to Bryce. That was the second time people were about to like screw on screen, and he was like, "Are they gonna do it again?" I was like, "Oh yeah," and he lost his shit.
It's like a Family Guy running gag where they keep on doing it.
Yeah.
It's like every time it cuts to it, there was audible laughter every time you realize they're gonna have sex.
I think what's funnier is that halfway through the movie they just stop doing it.
Yeah, they just stop doing it.
There's like no callbacks to it.
That's when shit gets real.
Yeah, they had the opportunity to have Michelle and I don't remember her boyfriend's name.
I don't remember it either.
They had the opportunity to show them fucking, but they didn't, right?
Yeah. I don't think they show anybody fucking except Lisa and other people. It's just Lisa and the. I'm surprised that she didn't fuck Denny. I thought she was gonna fuck Denny. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, so, Denny was a good character.
Denny's a great character. I love Denny.
The funniest character I think, pound for pound, in like the scenes we got him was Michelle's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Just because he was. What did he say? He was like, "Oh, I gotta go see Michelle later to make out with her."
Yeah, he's like, I gotta meet up with Michelle to make out. Fucking. Also, the scene where one of the guys shoves the other one into the fucking trash can.
Yeah. Mark like comes up and they're like being like it's clearly supposed to be Tommy Wiseau trying to guess how humans interact with each other.
Yeah.
And they're like throwing a football around, and Michelle's boyfriend said something about like leaving his underwear at Johnny's, and Mark was like, underwear, and then like shoves him into a trash can.
He shoves him so hard into that fucking trash can.
And like throws him to the ground. He's like, ow.
Yeah, and oh my god, it's an amazing movie.
And like for no reason.
Yeah, it's like he's like underwear. Fucking shoves him.
One more thing I want to talk about is when shit like really hits the fan at Johnny's birthday party, and that's like when everybody. So at this point, Johnny already knew that there was an affair happening, but didn't bring it up. This random dude who they do not show you for the entirety of the movie comes in and starts taking like a heavy interest in this issue and is like talking to Lisa and it's like, you gotta think about how this will impact Johnny. And you've never seen him before.
This random guy who we've never seen before. So fucking funny.
He's like, you gotta think about it. You gotta think about Johnny. You gotta think about our friendship. And she's like, I don't care. We've never seen this dude.
Never seen this guy before. That's kind of all I have for The Room and Mask of the Phantasm.
It's cool. We picked two movies.
Two amazing theater
experiences. They're both good. Yeah, two good theater experiences, and both of them they're both good. Mm-hmm. They both don't have a whole lot you can say about them, though. You just go in circles.
Yeah. They're both great movies. They're both Adult Swim movies. So it's just like it's really cool because both, like I said, both these movies aired on Adult Swim.
It fits our theme, and no one can complain about us talking about them.
Yeah. fucking, they're great. They're great movies. Go buy The Room on DVD. Mask of the Phantasm's getting a 4K later this year. Go buy that shit.
Don't buy The Room on DVD. Buy Twunderwear.
Yeah, buy
And
Twunderwear.
you'll get the DVD with
I
it.
should have fucking done that. But then
You can still do it.
yeah, but then I'll have 2 copies of The Room. I'll have 2 copies of The Room.
Yeah, you give it to Grayson.
Perhaps. Fucking. Well, I'll just put it in the thrift store and wait for someone to find it.
Don't even give it to him. Just put it on the shelf.
Yeah. Fucking. Great movies. Go buy them. Don't buy The Flash. Fucking. Tommy. Oh, because I was shitting on The Flash so much.
You're gonna get a cease and desist.
The last thing I want to say is Tommy goes into the replies of like a tweet about how badly The Flash is doing on the box office, and is like, "Who do you guys think is gonna make more money?" It's like a poll, and
Yes.
everyone voted for the Room.
I saw that tweet. I saw one of those organically. It was like someone I follow. I think it was Pudding Person retweeted it, and fucking, it was just Tommy Wiseau being like, "Can we beat this at the box office, guys?"
And I hope they do. I hope they
How
do.
many theaters showed The Room?
Well, if they're showing it at our theater, probably like every
That's
theater.
kind of what I'm thinking.
They're probably like every theater. I really hope that they do. I hope people come out for this movie. I hope it fucking destroys The Flash like everything is.
It would be. It's not going to happen, but
Yeah.
it would be really fucking funny if it did.
I don't know, dude. The Flash is doing pretty fucking bad.
What's the Flash at?
Like, I don't know, but wherever it is bad. But yeah, so that's it. We're gonna fucking record an Eric Andre episode in like an hour. So we'll see you guys next week with the Eric Andre show.
When's this going out?
This week probably.
Oh, okay.
You can follow us on Twitter at Owls Only Pod, or you can follow us on Instagram at Adult Swim Merch Archive. You want to plug anything?
Follow our stuff.
Yeah, follow our stuff. All right, we'll see you guys next week
Bye.
with the Eric Andre show.